Action.
Good day all, and a blessed day to all of you. This message is in particular to the Chief of the Army, Lieutenant General Lawrence Mbata, and the Chief of the Air Force, Lieutenant General Wiseman Mbambo, and the Sergeon General, Lieutenant General Peter Mapaha. You are requested to constitute with me. You are requested to serve and defend my inalienable rights in the Constitution. That's all I'm asking you. People are trying by all means to twist my words to make sure that I'm not served and defended as the people of this country in accordance with the Constitution and the law. And I am suffering irreparable harm, and my country and its people are suffering irreparable harm. Not because of God, not because of Satan, but because of ignorance. People are thinking that 48 hours, it's 20 days or 30 days or many, many days, other than that which it is. We have to be true to the people whom we serve and defend in accordance with the Constitution and the law. There is no time to play games. And if this is to be successful, the people of the Republic will see you and me constituting in terms of Section 34 of the Constitution and the law at Section 101 of the Defense Act. It is indeed true that I have charged the incumbent 5th President Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa with treason, corruption, torture, desertion, disobeying lawful command, and many other charges that are explicitly set out in the case before the police service and the military police and the Hawks. The terms are the same. What I say to the military police is the same thing that I say to the South African Police Service, is the same thing that I say to all South Africans, and in particular my subordinates, whom I'll serve and defend in accordance with the Constitution and the law. And it is indeed true that my subordinates did come to me and do come to me seeking for help and leadership. And people that are above me in rank are trying by all means to ill-treat me as a subordinate and inconsistent with the obligations imposed by the Military Discipline Code. Good people, I am true. I am a citizen and a father who will not teach his children to say to God in national prayer or the national anthem, let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa, our land. I have told you and ask all of you, if this is to be a success, please teach all your children to say to God in national prayer, let us live and enjoy freedom in the universe, our home. That is the truth, and it is law or conduct that is consistent with the obligations imposed in terms of Section 9(2) of the Constitution. Understand it to be true that with me charging the incumbent President Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa with those particular charges that I've explicitly set out, those particular charges apply mutatis mutandis to Thandi Modise as the incumbent Minister of Defense and her predecessor, Nosiviwe Mapisa Nqakula. They also apply to the Secretary for Defense and the predecessor. They also apply to the Chief of Defense, General Rodzane Mwapwanya, and his predecessor, General Solishoke. They also apply to the Chief of the Navy, Vice Admiral Mondelo Bese, and his predecessor, Vice Admiral Hlongwane, and many others who are affected in making sure that I do not have my money and live with indignity to ask people for money for food. Lieutenant General Mbata, Lieutenant General Peter Mapaha, Lieutenant General Wiseman Mbambo, I am asking you as the leaders of the Defense Force to sit down with me, stop confusing your subordinates and stop lying to your subordinates, and ensure that your subordinates do act in accordance with the Constitution and the law, because it is true that General Solishoke and General Rodzani Mwapwanya have failed to act in terms of Section 14I of the Defense Act, their responsibility to teach all members of the Defense Force to act in accordance with the Constitution and the law. We have fake news that are being promoted. My name is all over the newspaper, and I'm telling you that no single newspaper called me for comment. The country is on the rise. The country is angry. The people of the country do not want to teach their children to say to God in national prayer, let us live and struggle for freedom. The people in the country want to teach their children to say to God in national prayer, let us live and enjoy freedom. And those particular people have paid me a salary since January 2003 to serve and defend them. The day before yesterday, I received a protection order from the South African Police Service. That protection order was signed on the 24th of October 2023, and I was supposed to appear in court on the 21st of November 2023 in the same terms, defending the same terms. Those particular terms were served to me on the 28th of November 2023. And I could not obey that manifestly illegal order that did not have a court date at which I must come and show cause. And subsequently, after everything that has happened, that particular same terms, they came with a new date to the 12th of March 2023 in court. I draw your attention to the applicable terms of Section 57(2) of the Defense Act, which explicitly sets out that a member or former member who has suffered any damage or loss as a result of an act or omission arising from any training or service under the Defense Act, whether legal proceedings are to be instituted or have been instituted, such particular member has a right to apply for compensation to the Compensation Board and explicitly set out every other thing that the relief that he's requiring in that particular reality. I need money for food from today up until the 14th of or the 12th of March 2015. I need the South African National Defence Force to stand up and serve and defend me and my country in accordance with Section 9(2) of the Constitution. I'm not asking you anything that is outside the context, and please stop listening to people whom I have charged. General Rodzani Mwapwanya has no power or authority pending the conclusion of the charges alleged forwarded against him. Those particular charges are being ignored, and then you are acting as if I did not charge General Rodzani Mwapwanya and Vice Admiral Mondelo Bese for treason or desertion. They are teaching you to not respect, not protect, not promote, and not fulfill the rights in the Bill of Rights. What kind of a leader will you expect your juniors to be standing in parade on attention, listening to the code of conduct being read with the terms, I pledge and to serve and defend my country and its people in accordance with the Constitution and the law, and with honor, dignity, and with honor and integrity, being uttered on parade while such a person is standing to attention, but those particular terms have no meaning at all. You are making as if, no, I am crazy. You are distancing yourself from a person who is telling you your oath of office. How is that? Captain Zimasa Mabela, I am very disappointed at you. The first time I called your office, I called your secretary. I asked your secretary, do you have a computer open next to you? Please go to Microsoft Word. Please type in the word strive. She typed in the word strive. And then I said, please right click on it, go to synonyms, and then see the synonyms of the meaning of the word strive. And then she came back and said, it means endeavor, try hard, attempt, or struggle. And then I said to her, that is what your children are saying to God in national prayer each and every time when they say, let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa, our land. You understand? It is the issue that is that way you put it in your applicable terms of your protection order. You are saying, I'm harassing your subordinates. I'm harassing every other person in the South African Naval College when I ask them to respect, protect, promote, and fulfill the rights in the Bill of Rights as obligated in terms of Section 7.2. In your library, under the administration of the incumbent president, Madame Elasel Ramaphosa, who is causing all people not to follow the law at Section 9.2 of the Constitution, who is causing all people to say to God in national prayer, let us live and struggle for freedom. You chose to teach your children to say to God, let us live and struggle for freedom in South Africa, our land, by making that protection order, by saying, Mangolele, I don't want you in Gordons Bay. You did not train in Gordons Bay. You must not enter any military unit. For what? When I call you as the highest discipline of the land, with the highest and greatest respect, as the function as of the officer commanding of South African Naval College, at which the words discipline, honor, courage, dignity, loyalty, pride, and integrity are written on the walls of Gordons Bay, which we have brassoed every day and are currently shining in our hearts as true loyal officers who have pledged loyalty to the country and its people. I am being true to my job. Please don't disturb me. I am asking all of you to understand the actual meaning of 24 hours when I say 24 hours. Don't say, hi, he's saying next week, Tuesday, 24 hours. That is what I am giving you, Lieutenant General Mbata, and you, Lieutenant General Mbambo, and you, Lieutenant General Mapaha. Please, make it a point that you sit down with me and we uphold and maintain the rule of law in our republic. No one will die. No one must die. Just man up and sit down with a fellow soldier with force number 99004046 MC, Lieutenant Commander Sylvester Volane Madala Mangolele, in service and defense of the country and its people in accordance with the Constitution and the law, and with honor, dignity, courage, and integrity. My phone number is 084-835-9161. Dial it. Dispatch a vehicle. Let that vehicle come and fetch me. Let us constitute before everybody in terms of Chapter 10 of the Constitution and publicly administer the South African National Defence Force for all people to see a new dawn, a new reality in which words do have meaning, in which all people in our country will say to God today, not next week, not next month, not waiting for any other person. God, our covenant with God is first and foremost in everything that we do. You will say to God in national prayer, let us live and enjoy freedom in the universe, our home. That is what you will say. And I say this with utmost respect, asking everybody to only follow Section 9.2 of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, Act 108 of 1996. God has indeed blessed Africa. Papa Oteng.